Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Season 6 finale of Monday Night Drags. Now, here tonight, we're actually going to be on the Saturday Night Shootout track because the Monday Night Drags track has been taken over by some old school monsters. Now, looking back at last week, Ethan Wagner finally got it done and climbed to the top of the mountain, but Ryan Hayward was right there on his heels and he's ready to get a win. But you can't forget Violet there because she's in a hunt for a championship. Now, right here in round one out of Corey Marvin's Chevy American Revolution race team, you see the credits. That's Donald Price Jr. and Big Kahuna set to face off against Justin Lamb. Now, Donald Price Jr. has not had the best year after winning back-to-back championships. He'd love nothing more to get out of this slump here in the last race. But Justin Lamb ain't no slouch and ain't going to give it to him. So let's see who's going to get it done. Down the stretch, they're pretty even. Donald gets a little bit out of shape and gets on the lane dividers, and that's going to allow Justin Lamb to get by him first. I believe we're going to double check the photo finish right here in just a few seconds from the Outlaw Track Crew. And yes, indeed, Justin Lamb gets by him in the Dragon Machine, putting Donald on the trailer early, and Donald is ready for next season, hoping to rebound from this season. Up next to the line, that's John Kratock in the Thunder Machine, set to face off against Nugget, coming out of the Sunflower Monster Truck Crew and the Zombie Machine. Now, these two guys here haven't had the best seasons out of some other ones as well, but they're hoping to end it on a high note here tonight. It's Thunder taking on Zombie, seeing who can get it done to move into round two. Down the stretch, Nugget with a little bit of a lead. John trying to catch up. Whoa! All of a sudden, John goes left right before the jump. Looked like something may have broken the rear steering. Sent him off toward the wall over there. I think he's okay and got it saved though, but Nugget moving on. Up next to the line now, that's Wildman Ryan Johnson in the Higher Education Machine, former winner out here, set to face off against the owner of Thick and Thin Racing. That's Rudy Zilli and the Bad News Travels Fast Machine. Both these guys here haven't had the best of seasons neither. Ryan has yet to get a win, has went out in every first round we've had, which is very unusual for him. And Rudy looks to continue that streak. Down the stretch, they're dead even. Coming across the cars, Rudy can't catch him. And Ryan Johnson's finally going to pick up a win. And Rudy Zilli doesn't even have to worry about round two here tonight. So that pressure's off his shoulder. Ryan Johnson moving on. Up next, coming out of Blakester's Motorsports, that's Ryan Hayward. You see the credits he's got. He's a heck of a driver in the Blue Thunder Machine. He's set to face off against Peanut, coming out of the Sunflower Monster Truck Crew, and Max D. This ought to be a good matchup here. Ryan finally getting the Blue Thunder Machine dialed in last week, but you know Peanut is never no slouch when you line up next to him. There's the green light coming down the stretch. They're pretty even. Look out, Ryan Hayward gets a little out of shape, spins the truck around, and actually gets in the Peanut down there at the finish line. They both barely cross. I can't quite tell who won. We're going to double check the photo finish just to see. And right there, just barely, Peanut's going to get by him in the Max D Machine. Ryan Hayward going on the trailer with the Blue Thunder Machine. Up next to the line now, that's Keith Cromwell and the Monster Lobster Crustacean Machine, set to face off against last week's winner, coming out of Team 911, Ethan Wagner and 5 Alarm. Keith is pretty consistent out here and is always a threat when you pull to the line, but Ethan's not backing down. He's at the top of the mountain and he wants to stay there. Can Keith knock him out? We're about to see. Here he comes down the stretch. Ethan all the way down, out of shape, but he rides the lane divider all the way down. That may have cost him because Keith Cromwell was right there. It's so close down there. We're going to have to get another photo finish just to be sure. I'm not sure who got it. And Keith Cromwell and Crustacean is going to upset Ethan Wagner by the little slimmest of the tire. Man, what a close race. Coming up to the line now out of Blakester's Motorsports, that's Jeffrey Skipper and the Blue Thunder Overcast, set to face off against Carson Wells out of Wells Motorsports and the Bakugan Dragonoid. Carson has done very well out here this season, very consistent, a top competitor. Jeffrey, on the other hand, he's still tweaking on that Blue Thunder Overcast, seeing if he can get it where he likes it. Here's the green light now coming down the stretch. Carson's got a lead on him. Jeffrey trying to catch up, but he doesn't have enough real estate. Carson gets the win. Now up next to the line, here's Violet Kratock in the Monster Mutt Poodle. She has looked good all season long. but she's set to face off against Steve Jones, the owner of Monster Truck Attitude and Team Mints. Now, Steve has struggled all season. He cannot get this Team Mints machine down into where he wants it. And Violent is ready for a championship here tonight. Can she get it done? Here they come down the stretch, dead even off the jump. Steve gets a little out of shape. I don't know if something broke. Violet gets it done. Here to close out round one action, the owner of the Sunflower Monster Truck crew, that's your boy Shaggy and Matt Cheever and Gravedigger the Legend, set to face off against Chad Legit and the Just Delayed Jester. Now, these two guys here have been pretty consistent all season long, but only one is going to move on into round two to close out round one action. Let's see here who's going to get it done. Down the stretch, Chad with the lead. Look out, he's way out of shape. Hits the wall and spins the truck around. What a wild ride. Matt Cheever and Gravedigger the Legend is going to get the win. But what an unbelievable ride for Chad Legit. He's all right over there, just knocked him silly. Now, here we are with round two action. Justin Lamb brings that Dragon Machine back to the line, set to face off against Nugget and the Zombie Machine. Now, Nugget, he is still the only member of Sunflower Monster Crew out here without a win. He's just being patient, waiting on it. He'd love nothing more than to get a win here tonight. But Justin Lamb, you never know what he's going to do at the line. Let's see. Down the stretch, Nugget with the lead, but Justin coming back. And he's going to get it done as Peanut gets caught up on the lane divider just a little bit. And that cost him some time. And Justin Lamb and the Dragon Machine is going to get by him, putting Nugget and Zombie on the trailer. Now, coming up next to the line, that's Ryan Johnson. He brings that higher education machine back. And he is set to face off against Peanut in the Max D machine. Wildman Ryan Johnson, he's just looking to finish off the season on a high note. But that Peanut, he is not backing down as he is in a hunt for a championship here tonight and is not backing down easy. Let's see if Wildman can get him there. Here they come down the stretch. They're dead even, coming through the middle, up and over the cars. What a close finish right there. And Peanut and Max D is going to barely get by him. Man, what a wild race. But Wildman Ryan Johnson going on the trailer. Coming up next to the line now, that's Keith Cromwell bringing the Crustacean Machine back to the line, set to face off against Carson Wells in the Bakugan Dragonoid. Now, this matchup here ought to be one of the best of the night. These two guys are always consistent when they pull to the line, but only one's moving on into the semis. So let's see who can get it done here. Here's the green light coming down the stretch. Carson's got a little bit of a lead. Keith trying to come back up and over, and Keith runs out of real estate and can't catch him. Carson moves on. Now, here to close out round two action, Violet Kratock brings that Monster Mutt Poodle back to the line. And her opponent in the other lane is Matt Cheever and Gravedigger the Legend. Now, as I said earlier, Violet looking to get that championship here tonight, but Matt Cheever ain't going to cut her any slack. So let's see what they do. Waiting on that green light. There it is now. Here they come down the stretch, dead even, up and over. And Matt Cheever gets a little squirrely in the middle there, and that's going to cost him those few extra seconds. Allow Violet to come flying right on by him, and she is going to put herself in the semifinals. Matt Cheever on the trailer. Well, here we are in the semifinals. Justin Lamb comes back in the Dragon Machine. Looking good out there tonight. But in the other lane, that's Peanut and Max D. And you know Peanut's not going to cut him any slack. But Justin Lamb says, hey, I'm going to give it right back to you. So let's see who's going to be the first to move into the finals. They're staged and ready, waiting on the green light. Peanut looking for that championship here tonight. Here they come down the stretch. Peanut with the lead. Justin trying to come back on him. Oh, that's so close. What an incredible close race. I think Peanut got it. I'm not sure if Justin come back. It was so close down there. Let's check that photo finish to be sure. And Peanut in the Max D gets it done. And he is the first to make it to the finals, and he has worked hard for every single win out here tonight. Now, to close out semifinal action, Carson Wells comes to the line in the Bakugan Dragonoid, set to face off against Violet Kratock in the Monster Mutt Poodle. Now, Violet, if she makes it to the finals, it's either going to be her or Peanut for the championship. Carson doesn't quite have enough points, but he would love to upset both of them. Let's see what's going to happen. Here's the green light coming down the stretch. Violet with the lead. Carson trying to come back. Oh, they were both a little bit out of shape. Carson missed the jump, but he was still right there with her. I'm not quite sure who got the win, Violet had a pretty decent run going there. Carson getting a little bit out of shape. But let's double check here and see. And Violet Kratock and Monster Mutt Poodle puts herself in the finals. Don't go anywhere because finals is coming up next. That old school racing action comes to you next Saturday. You don't want to miss it. But tonight, it's all about the finals. Here we are. Peanut brings the Max D back to the line, set to face off against Violet Kratock in the Monster Mutt Poodle. Whoever wins this race is going to get the Season 6 championship. Who wants it more? Peanut and Max D or Violet Kratock and Monster Mutt Poodle? We're about to find out. Here's the green light. Here they come down the stretch. Violet with a little bit of a lead. Peanut trying to come back. Oh, they almost get into each other down there. Such a close race. They both kind of veered off the lane and then come back into each other. Barely stayed off of each other. I'm not sure who got the win. It was so close. And Violet Kratock and Monster Mutt Poodle is going to win her second race. Not only that, but in her very first season, she's also going to win the Season 6 championship. Congratulations to you. I know you and your dad are going to be super excited. I hope you guys enjoyed this season finale. If you haven't already, be sure to shoot the subscribe button, leave a like, check out the Facebook group in the description of the video for your chance to race here on Outlaws, and we'll see you guys coming up next Saturday. Thank you guys.